I'm just getting things warmed up. What's up? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Just getting things warmed up. We're going to let some people come in as I get myself set up. Anna, sir, what's up? What's up? Demar, how you doing? Oh, thank you. Appreciate it, sir. Well, thank you. Yeah, paint looks cool, right? Yeah, we're just getting stuff together. Got something new I'm going to try out. Telephone. Got somebody get the telephone. We're going to see how this telephone works. Where's your telephone at? You sure you got your telephone with you? Oh, I gotta turn that fan on. It's getting hot in here. I gotta turn the ceiling fan back on. Hold on, let me monetize this live because Streamlabs doesn't monetize for you. The green telephone. It's kind of hard to hear it on here. I'm gonna try anyway, though. Yeah. Telephone, man. Right. Zoom this in just a little bit. Just a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Just a little bit. And green. Yeah. I gotta put on headphones, but give me a sec. I gotta turn on this this fan. That's funny. That's strange. I don't have a stand-up fan up in here. I need one. Give me 1 second. I gotta cool things down just a little bit because it is hot. Jamal, what you been up to, man? I see you been working out, man. I'll be right back. Changing and rearranging, that's good. That green, yeah. I appreciate y'all being here. We're getting things warmed up. I should fog up this room. I'm not gonna do that tonight. Let's test out this phone. Telephone. Remember that? Remember telephones? Remember telephones? Do y'all remember telephones? I don't know how good it's gonna sound on here, but I'm gonna try anyway. I'm gonna pause this background music. All right, let's see what happens. Check. Check. 1 2 1 2. Oh, it's real low. 1 2 1 2. Check. I know it's like real low. I'm gonna try and boost it up a little bit. It's gonna be noisy. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Talking on the telephone, and I'm about to make some beats on this YouTube channel. Tell me what's going on as I'm talking on the telephone. Hello? Yeah, you know, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I want to order some pizza. You know what I'm saying? I want 2 toppings. Like, so on one half of the pizza, you know what I'm saying? I want that pepperoni and the other side sausage. You know what I'm saying? Get that pizza. How much is it? Okay, I'm gonna come over there and pick it up. And we're gonna talk on it. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. That's how we talk on telephone. Telephone. Hey, somebody get the phone. You gotta do that skit. You can do about. You can talk about love on the phone. You can talk about infidelity on the phone. Love and hate. You know what I'm saying? When I saw you over there at the club, you know what I'm saying? I saw you with another man. You was with that man, but I was with another girl too. So I figured you was with your man. I was with, you know what I'm saying? I had to leave the club. You can auto tune this thing too. So if I slap auto tune on this thing, you can auto tune with it. Oh yeah. The song drop. This is the correct call. How's this sound? Collect call from collection. I put it on tune. On a try. Oh yeah. So if I put up a beat, I was like experiment with this thing. So I was like, this is how I feel sweetness. Where all my files go? Uh, hey, make sure my computer ain't sick, y'all. Sometimes this thing. How does it sound, guys? Does it sound like Does it sound like a phone? Does it sound like a phone, or does it sound? Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh on the phone. I mean on the phone. Oh yeah, oh yeah. This thing ain't said right. Oh yeah, no. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Oh yeah, I'm talking on the telephone. I mean, I'm on the phone. Oh yeah. So I made a beat, right? So this is a beat going on my album, and I was just experiment with it. And what keeps this in? C sharp. Some of me do a test, folks. I'm just gonna experiment, y'all. Can I experiment with the telephone tonight? All right, here we go. Oh yeah. I'm talking on the telephone. I was thinking we could link up. I was thinking we could link up, and I wanted to take it to the park. Just kick it and talk just a little bit. I just want to talk to you. It's like we're not connecting like how we used to connect. And I just don't get off the phone. Don't do that. Don't do that. Come on. Let's land this plane down real quick. Cause right now it's getting a little bit out of control. And I'm keeping my cool. And I just want you to calm down. Let's talk about. We can go to the park. We can go to the park and we can talk about it. We can have a conversation. Okay. All right, bet. So we gonna talk about this in a moment. We're gonna have a good time, all right. I'll bring some margaritas, you know what I'm saying? Something we can just chill with at the park. It'll be ice cold, all right. Oh yeah, and I'm singing on the telephone. Oh yeah, 'cause it's a real phone, yeah. It's a real phone. Put some reverb on it like this. Real low. See, this side don't sound. This side sounds muffled, but this side sounds clearer, and it sounds like a telephone. Some RnB jazz. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah. You gotta pick up the phone, oh. Pick up the phone, yeah. Gotta pick up the phone, pick up the phone. Gotta pick up the phone, pick up the phone. Gotta pick up the phone. Telephone. So, you can use any interface with it. You don't have to have a fancy interface. Don't let this equipment behind you fool you into thinking that you got to have a pretty fancy interface. Well, thank you, Ann, for participating in this chat. It seemed like everybody just kind of watching silently. So I appreciate you for participating tonight. I guess it's just, or maybe you just outspoken. I don't know. I hope I'm not disturbing my other viewers. You want to do a whole podcast with the phone? I don't know. Just let me know you're there. I just want to know y'all there. You know what I'm saying? I just, it's a feedback thing. Yeah, so I just try to make sure everybody good. See, this sounds different. See, this sounds like you're like underwater. I don't think this side it's muffled. You can hear me, but it just sounds like but it's a different sound too. It's a different sound too. So if you want more of that different sound, you can do that. But this, I like this right here. But you have to kind of speak up a little bit, but it's real telephone. It's like we're talking to the telephone. Go ahead with the emojis. I ain't hating on that. T. Lamar, what's up? On the telephone, y'all. We just talking about the telephone. We just talking about how things go on the telephone. Attack Daddy, thank you for coming through. Yeah. Attack Daddy in the building. Put that auto-tune back over there where it belongs. Yeah. So this is just the telephone. This is it with a little bit of reverb. A little bit of reverb on this telephone. Whatever a real phone is what the kilohertz is. We ain't got to worry about no plug-in. I ain't got pick up, yeah. Yeah, I was thinking about something like that for this song too, because I got to write some lyrics for this song. But yeah, I thought it was really cool. I said, let me go ahead and do it. And they had it in lime green. You know how to get it in lime green. I had to get it in lime green. You feel me? So I did that. And okay. Yeah, definitely. And you know what's cool is because I got this big hard drive, I record everything. You want what color you want? What color you want? I got them in different colors. But yeah, this is a cool effect. I like it. This is like a very vintage sound, like a lo-fi. It's a lo-fi sound. I'm gonna go to the other one though. Your toolbox the same color? That's what's up. You handle it like a phone too. It sounds like you're handling a phone. Yeah. But see, the thing is, like, there's not too many people using this. I didn't see too many videos about this phone on the internet. And then, yeah, you can talk on both of them, but here it sounds different. You can talk on both sides, but what I noticed that nobody's like doing this on the R&B side. Everybody kind of on the rock lo-fi thing, which is cool. But I'm an R&B guy, so I like the R&B thing. Right. Tell you what I did last night.
All right, so this is now you hear the difference between the two. There's a lot more fidelity in this microphone. Yeah. Did it fall? Oh, okay, that'll work. I think that's really cool. So I'm gonna have fun with it. Yeah. So yeah, what color you thinking? It's like you talk on both sides, but yeah, and I'm curious to what color if you want to get one. It's cool if you want to record with it. I like practical effects. Sometimes we get really caught up in stuff in the box, so I could appreciate I could appreciate using stuff outside the box and just getting creative with your recording process, because it's very easy to just, we're in a plugin world. I get that. I've done it a lot myself with plugins, but to have creative effects where you can kind of get the actual sound, I think it's fun. I think it's more fun to do that. But then again, I have fun working with it in the past, like taking a vocal track like this and putting a filter on it and plug in, and you get cool effects. But I think it's just fun to, you kind of date yourself, but it's like, it's cool to have a practical effect. Oh, you want the yellow? Okay, you want to copy the green? Okay. So that's a cool effect. I heard a lot of talk about this Timberland and Beat Club thing. What's my official opinion on it? I grew up being a big fan of Timberland, and I definitely would like to meet Timberland. I think Timberland is a huge music producer, very popular. Oh, so what's going on? Like Yahoo dropped a story about, I guess, B Club and Timberland's company not paying one of their employees, and they're in a lawsuit right now. This was on Yahoo. I didn't really read too much into it because I'm very slow to kind of make a conclusion about things, especially when I don't know all the details and I'm not there. But I did err on the conscious side with B Club, and I was thinking about signing up for B Club myself, and it could have easily been me who kind of got into there, but something didn't feel right about signing with B Club. It's like when you have to pay to join, I guess, B Club, I feel like it just makes me like everybody else, and I understand the concept of it, but I sometimes struggle with having to buy in to relationships, and I believe that buying into B Club would be like buying into a relationship, and you're with a lot of people who are just as good as you, better than you in some areas, worse than in some others. But it's like you have to really stick out. But then at the same time, it's like, I don't know. I don't know it 100% the whole thing. But I've bought into so many things over the years. I've bought into so many people's courses. I've bought into so many people's memberships. I bought into BeatStars. I've bought into learning how to sell music on Spotify. I've bought into selling music online and getting kicked out of the class because I asked the wrong questions. There's a lot of people targeting independent artists and music producers on the internet, providing that shortcut or that inside line. Like, if you buy my course, or if you buy that course, or we have that inside line for you. We're the guru. And music producers are very soft target, and I've been a soft target. I've bought into a lot of that. I paid a lot of money for things, and it's a learning process, and you really got to have good relationships. Like, the relationships matter so much more, and sometimes it's tough because maybe in the past you've been so gung-ho and like serving other people's needs, like, oh yeah, you can call me, oh yeah, I'll hook you up, yeah. But the problem with that is, like, after you like serve certain people's needs, you just sort of kind of get left behind, and they don't really cater to your needs. And so, but I've been the person that's bought into a lot of things on the internet, courses, and but there's probably a ton of places where you can pay to be part of another collective and collab with people and things of that nature. I'm still trying to wrap my head around how I would do a collab on this channel with viewers on here, because it does take a lot of work. And I remember when I was doing it like years ago, I had more time, but I had way less income, and I would struggle. And I've been through that, where they want to use you for your skill, and I think it's just the dues you got to pay. That's why you see me grinding on these videos. Like, you might hear me do an overview of a plugin, then other stuff like that, And of course, I want to monetize. I have sort of memberships. There's those who want to support me on my creative journey here, which is great. But I just want to say that I've been there, where you're really looking for your next step, your next opportunity. And sometimes the opportunities are right under your nose and you don't know it, but you have to go through the trial and error. You have to go through the process. You have to go through disappointment and the struggle. You have to go through knowing that there are people who are very connected who could help you advance your music career, but only need you for certain things and only calling you when they need something. You know, that's part of the experience, and it just takes a lot of skin to keep going. But that's why I'm glad I have this, because, you know, what's up, Mimi? To have people come through here and check out my live stream is really cool. So when I think about B Club, at first sight, it feels like another membership to buy into that monetizes my need to be successful in the music industry. With one of my favorite producers of all time, Timberland. It's like, okay, if I buy into B Club, will this get me closer to Timberland? Will this get me heard by Timberland? And I overheard fees being paid for astronomical amounts of money to be heard by him, and I'm a little slower than most to do that, but I can understand that. And sometimes you catch me at the wrong moment as a human being. You catch me at the wrong time. It's like, oh yeah, because you want that career advancement. You want to move on to the next thing. This is not a complaint. I'm just talking about the realities of being independent and a music producer. You know, there's always, like I said, it's a weird thing, and you have to kind of keep meeting new people until you find the right people that actually work with you. But sometimes after a while, you get sort of burnt out with meeting people because they are not, because you think they're going to be like who they were before, or the person you met before. So, but I think you just do have to keep pushing and keep making music. At least keep making music. I know we talk a lot about the MPC3 and software and how good they sound, but man, it's like I think it's good for a conversation, but don't let that be your story. Don't let that be your story. If you have something in your hand that you can use to make music, I advise you to go all in and have fun. I'm trying to learn how to relax my eyebrows, because I be doing this a lot. Relaxing my eyeballs will help me appear more grounded, I think. I'm doing all right. We're just chilling on here to live stream. I was playing with my telephone, going to try to cook up it a little bit, but I just wanted to talk about some things. So, you know, on this article, like, let me see if I can pull up this article, because it was very interesting to me. Because it is rare that I hear about Timberland in the news. But, you know, I can't really draw a conclusion, because it's a money game. If you got lawyers, you got money, then you can, you know, you got money, you got lawyers, you got protection. So I'll read what this article says. It says, in the legal filing, Daniel Glover, a former employee at B Club, sued the music company and its heads for multiple damages. The list includes breach of employment agreement, breach of the implied covenant of good faith and fair dealing, fraud, outstanding wages, and more. The plaintiff claimed that his ill-fated encounter with Timberland and Morella began in about April 2020, where they approached him to work for B Club, a subscription-based centralized music creator hub where members paid to acquire the resources and abilities to monetize their music through a marketplace. Glover noted that he was the first employee and was given the head of business development title. However, he claimed that Timberland and Morella violated California's law by treating him as an independent contractor, despite his legal status as full-time employee. I can tell you right now, a lot of people go in that gray line between employee and contractor, where they want you to work like an employee, but they don't want to give you employee benefits. There's a lot of that going on, and it's hard. It's harder on the contractor. He stressed that he worked for April 2020 to February 14, 2022 on a full-time basis as a defendant's direction and control. Sometimes this meant working over 40 hours per week without compensation or company benefits for those excess hours. Okay. Following the 2 years of allegations, Glover claimed that Timberland and Morella suspected he might leave B Club or in about January 2022. However, they couldn't lose him as he was, per his allegations, critical to the stability and growth of the business. Hence, they made a material representation to the plaintiff that they were financially sound and could cover employee raises and other compensations. Glogauer stressed that he relied on their promises when he entered into a written employment contract on February 2022. He was guaranteed an annual salary of $350,000, 100,000 shares of restricted stock, and other benefits like paid vacation, sick leave, expense reimbursement. Unfortunately, the highlighted contractor was employed to keep him at B Club. Glogauer alleged that Timberland Marilla deceived him to keep working despite knowing the company was running out of money. The business was undercapitalized, unsound, and lacked the ability to pay its bills, including his promised compensation. So, I'm a little curious. I'm a little curious about it. And I also think about that. Now you bring up a good point about Timberland and Swiss Beats selling Verzuz to X. I think about why did they do that? Maybe Verzuz made its money during the pandemic because Verzuz was right on time for the pandemic. It was so the thing. Like that was the thing to catch. Like I remember Babyface and Teddy Riley being on the live stream, and Babyface was just going to sit there and play some music. And Teddy Riley was trying to put this whole production on through his phone. It was just so crazy. I liked how Jill Scott and Erykah Badu was chilling on the phone playing their tracks. That was so the thing in 2020. Like it was a crazy year, but that was like a nice, those Verzuses on Instagram, one, broke records on Instagram. Two, I'm trying to think, they broke records on viewer counts on Instagram. Two, that was like such an escape from the pandemic. We were all inside and locked in. And I think that it just ran out of steam. I mean, people that you did want to see on Verzuz, they were never going to do it. Like we never saw Missy, we never saw Jay-Z. I think we did catch Ludacris. So Verzuz. Oh, he wrote Rocksteady? That's crazy. Verzuz was so dope, but I think they were only messing with like the A-ish list acts. So unless you could get the A-ish and B-ish acts on there, it wasn't really a point to it. So I think that Verzuz was really cool, and that was Timberland and Swiss Beats' idea. That was their brainchild, and then they sold it. And I think they sold it because it wasn't really making money. If I were to go on the internet right now, if I were going on the internet like what happened to Verzuz? Like what happened to Verzuz? Beginning format, new broadcast. And the Verzuz production quality kept going up because they started to film these episodes of Verzuz like at sound stages. Like they were doing stuff like Tyler Perry Studios, Brandy and Monica, Gladys Knight and Patti LaBelle, the Shantae versus Keisha Cole. COVID was still a problem. So the first one was Timberland versus Swiss Beats. Episode 1. 22,000 viewers at peak. It was a 5-hour stream. They started making it like a concert, which was cool, but it's just, they should have kind of made it like ticketed shows. Maybe, but then again, it may have started costing money because people, I think, were doing it for free. I don't know if they're compensated for it. I'm not sure. Let's see here. Scott Storch versus Manny Fresh. I can't believe I didn't catch that one. That was on April 1st of 2020 and 145,000 peak viewers. That was off the chain. T-Pain versus Lil Jon, 270,000. But Teddy Riley versus Babyface, 400,000 viewers. Erykah Badu versus Jill Scott, episode 10, 700,000 viewers. Bounty Killer versus Beanie Man, 500,000. Jagged Edge versus 112. So you can see there was a lot of great, but I think the peak the peak versus for me was Babyface and Teddy Riley. And see, they want to do a tour. So, you know, and I think that they were trying to get it off of Instagram because I guess they weren't satisfied with how Instagram was serving them. So they changed that. You know, they did a gospel one with Kirk Franklin and Fred Hammond. I think they were all in the same studio. 276,000 peak viewers. Alicia Keys versus John Legend, 154. Fabulous versus Jadakiss, 387. DMX versus Snoop Dogg, 525. Brandy versus Monica, 1.4 million. Gladys Knight and Patti LaBelle. Gladys Knight and Patti LaBelle, 600,000. Yeah, but that's the one that really piqued my interest was Babyface and Teddy Riley. This was unheard of. Jeezy and Gucci Man, E40 and Too Short, Keisha Cole and Ashanti, D'Angelo and Friends. He just did it by himself. I don't think he had. See, they broke format. D'Angelo and Friends, they broke format. 130,000 views. Ashanti and Keisha Cole with 1.2 million. Earth, Wind, and Fire versus the Isley Brothers, 465,000. That's strong. Method Man versus Redman, 175. SW versus Escape, 460,000. Rematch, Swiss Beats versus Timberland, 460,000. Keith Sweat versus Bobby Brown. Bow Wow versus Soulja Boy, 705,000. I remember that one. The Locks versus Dipset, 645,000. Fat Joe versus Ja Rule. Like, see, they couldn't get 50 Cent on this. No Missy. Shaka Khan versus Stephanie Mills, 65,000 views. They were down that far. Bone Thugs and Harmony versus 3-6 Mafia. I was a little partial to that because I got a placement with Crazy Bone. I still have not met him. Anthony Hamilton versus Music Soul Child. Okay. Barry Mary versus BB and CeCe Winans. Cypress Hills versus Onyx. 8 Ball, Omarion versus Mario. I remember that one. I remember like Omarion was like on the ground. R. Kelly versus Mike. Yeah, that's fun. Yeah, we really missed out. And R. Kelly, I think, was locked up the whole time. So I was like, dang. I'm trying to think what else happened. But, I mean, what happened, though? I'm just trying to think. They sold it. Oh, yeah. On August 16th of 2022, Timberland and Swiss Beats filed a lawsuit at the Los Angeles County Superior Court against Triller to pay over $28 million in damages, legal fees, plus application interest as further relief. Other courts see them lead improper in selling. According to the lawsuit, Swiss and Timberland was not compensated January 22, which Triller failed to make, but did agree to settle. Verzuz. So it just sort of kind of ended up not being a thing anymore. Once it got too big, it just started to implode. But we were just coordinating on phones and doing it on Instagram. That's when the magic was happening. It was just so homemade. But then when you started making this a big production, it was like, So I think that Verzuz was good because it was very effective at low cost. And then later on, when the productions got bigger, it started costing more because you had to pay musicians. You got to pay venues, and then you want to sell it. So I think that it just got too expensive. What's up, Tyra? How you doing? Lil Pee Wee versus Big Soulja. That's what I'm saying. It just got too big. And I think it just got too expensive. And when productions get too expensive and it doesn't make you any money, it stops making sense for people. We're not really in the era anymore where people just kind of do stuff pro bono anymore. They wanna make that money. You said they never They probably did. Need No Limit. I would love No Limit and Cash Money. I would love that. I would love No Limit versus Cash Money. You're a big Soulja Boy fan. You must have found me from that Top Box video I did of Soulja Boy. Soulja Boy had the world in a chokehold with his song back in 2006. He had, and that was YouTube too. Now it's like big on YouTube. That was when YouTube was getting born. 2006, 2005, 2006. I mean, if he had the world in a chokehold. That song right there. Flashing lights, okay, cool. Yeah, Soulja Boy had on the choke out. It's not on me, Tyrell. It's not on me. But yeah, Soulja Boy had everybody on choke. I remember the videos. I remember doing the dances at wedding parties. I mean, you couldn't escape it. I worked at the church. You saw people making references to that at work, at church. Everywhere you went, everybody was doing the Soulja Boy. Everybody was doing that. So that was huge. My sleeves are not flipped up right. You called himself Big Soulja Boy, I told you. Everybody did. I mean, the Crank That was such a huge song. The whole Snap era was, I used to get down with that Snap era. That Snap, I used to be really big into that. If they bring Usher back, it's going to have to be, they're not going to bring it back. It's got too much legal stuff on it. It costs too much money. Like, these things are cool, but then after a while, when it starts costing a lot of money, it's done. I remember Soulja Boy came out with like a game console too. Wasn't that crazy? He came out with his own game console. Snap music was the thing. Like, can we even I call it snap music because it wasn't really trap music because everything had snap in it. You know, and you might need a record like that on your album. It's the snap music. I need to fire up FL Studio open again and do some snap music on there. But yeah, when the money got too big with Verzuz, it became too expensive. It's like, you know what, here, you take it because we don't want to deal with this. It's cost too much. It's like having an old car that don't run anymore. And it takes more than what the car's worth to fix it. So you have to really love that car to fix that car. Because if you got a car with a bad engine and it's like really being really hard to fix, and you literally could buy another car that's running, that's working, instead of fixing the car, you're going to probably get another car. Now, I've made that kind of, I did it the opposite way in the past because I was just trying to do that. So do I sell beats? I used to try to sell beats online, but I think that I didn't really focus on that because I was focused on so many other things, but I did used to sell beats online. And I still write songs. I write songs now. It just takes a lot of work to market your music as a music producer. Like, if I didn't do so many other different things, I probably would focus more on selling beats online. But it's a very interesting market to break into, and I'm not saying it's impossible, but I knew that I couldn't do that and keep trying to do all the other things I was interested in. The worst snap song is Laffy Taffy. What about Look At It from D4? I actually liked it. Laffy Taffy. I like Laffy Taffy because what it does to other people. Like, I'm not a big fan of a lot of songs, but what I'm a fan of when it comes to a lot of these songs is how to get other people moving. It's not a very technologically advanced song, and it's not a very technical produced song, but the way it gets people moving. And I met Fabo one time in passing when I was doing sound for him at a church. And he still has this thing, you know, where he just moves and twitches. They eat that stuff up. Fabo's doing good. He's doing his thing. I've always wanted to meet Fabo and just see if he's crazy. He has that very distinctive voice. Barbara. I'm telling you, snap music was a thing, man. I remember T-Pain buy you a drink. I still sing that to this day at my shows. I bet you can't do it like me. What? I bet you can't do it like me. What? Them 2006 type beats. I mean, that's how it was. I mean, that's how you rolled with it. One of them FL Studio. And FL Studio to me was dominating. I know the MPC was around then, but FL Studio was dominating. Well, FL Studio is still dominating. FL Studio is like dominating now. I mean, we're having fun with our MPCs. I know I'm having fun with my MPC, but FL Studio is still like on top, in my opinion. Like they are still like, it's too easy to get it. It's too easy to get it. You get you a laptop, download it for free, and get to cooking like right there. So, you know, I have to leave the crown on. Now, I just like having hardware. I think it's a fun experience. But when I think about it from an over perspective, from a view higher than myself, FL Studio is still like king. It has a larger culture, and its audience to me isn't as critical to its platform as MPC users are. Like MPC users are a very tough audience from what I've noticed. We're very critical. MPC users are just very critical of its hardware, for what the company's doing, and how, you know, it just goes. We just get into so much other things than just making music, instead of just sharing tips on how to make the dopest beats on there. Like the culture, like I very rarely ever run into gatekeeping on techniques when it comes to FL Studio. Now I ran into that dealing with people with cameras and lenses and content creators, but when it comes to techniques and style and all that stuff, and just how to cook on FL Studio, it's just chill. It's like no bull crap. But there is still something. There's a different experience when you're working with hardware and standalone by itself. You know, but I think that FL Studio community is just, they're not like going on campaigns to beat up AKAI. I just don't see that. But on MPC, it's like we're more prideful. And we're more prideful of the products that we have. No one's prideful of their gaming laptop that I've seen that makes beats on FL Studio. Like, oh, I got a gaming laptop, so I can make. It don't be taking all that. It's so much less pride and prestige, and it's just kids having fun on FL Studio, and adults too. But it's not this tough audience. It's cool. I like to show up with the MPC and say, yeah. But as far as accessibility and the ability to cook, FL Studio. From an overall cultural point, from what I've seen, you know, and releases, and it's just. But FL Studio, as far as a software platform, is definitely more grown up than the MPC's software. We're on FL Studio 20 million right now, version 20 million FL Studio. So it's like the experience is going to be so much more refined and so optimized, and just that's what I like about FL Studio. The software on MPC, like, I'm not a fan of it. I know how to use it. I do okay. But there are some parts of it that I'm like, I really don't like this. But I still like having something in front of me that I can touch and work with. But if I shifted gears and started using FL Studio, the MPC Key would not be the MIDI controller I use. I'd go ahead and put something else out there. But I like having the pads. It's just a different experience. FL Studio and Serato Sampler are dope. They're critical with MPC because you guys pay a lot for it. I guess that would definitely make a point. I guess if you pay a lot for equipment or a good price for it, you want to be more vocal about what's wrong and what's broken, and I understand that. I understand that. It's just my philosophy, like if you pay for something and it doesn't work anymore, or you're not getting what you pay for, then leave it alone. Don't go complaining about it. Just leave it alone. I mean, yeah, say, hey, I don't like this. I paid a lot of money for this. I don't like this. I need to go use something else. How do I feel about hip-hop artists and R&B artists over 40 still making music? I think it's great, but unfortunately, I feel like there's an ageism racism going on with musicians and artists and things like that. If you're over 40, and still, I just feel like there's an ageism, and I think that it takes people over 40 to support. But then again, people over 40 probably got more established careers, so they should be easier for them to support artists and musicians that are over 42 as well. I think it's great. I just wish there was more crossover between people of different ages and making music, and not this ageism where we're like, okay, we do it like this, do it like that. You know, like for instance, I listened to the Ice Spice album, right? And when I listen to what she's talking about in the lyrics, it's like, okay, I get it. But I also think about, okay, how does this come off to me if I was in high school or a teenager? Wouldn't this, okay, you're not so worried about the quality of music. You're worried about if you're having fun. How does this music make you feel? And when you get really technical in your music production background, you get really wrapped up in the technicality of it and the sonics of it. And you don't really get into going to the nightclub where the teenagers are at to see how does this music make them feel. And so for me, I always want to take time to really take inventory. Okay, how does this make them feel? They're probably having fun. Now, this isn't my cup of tea, but they're probably having fun to this. And if I want to stay young at heart, I think it's important for me to be more receptive to those styles of music and stuff like that. Ice Spice might be talking about her body, but then again, I can't really criticize that if we got Little Kim doing the same thing back in the 90s. So sometimes I think if you're older, it's very easy to be critical of younger and judgmental, but I think younger people probably can be critical and judgmental of older people. And I think if you keep an open mind, you will tap into both and be more well-rounded. You can film instrumental sound marketing like Hans Zimmerman. Yeah, I could do a little bit of filming. Do you like, bro? That's like the Willie Lynch project in music. I'm not familiar with the Willie Lynch project. I don't know that title off the top of my head. Yeah. So I think you got to keep your mind young. I understand, like, you get older, but I think you gotta stay adaptive. I think that's probably the best tidbit I can say. Is that you got to stay very adaptive to what's going on musically and find what works for you. Age only come up when it comes to black music. And that's another interesting thing, because when we look at like Rolling Stone, and like Rolling Stone still doing their thing. Rolling Stone, I mean, there's a lot of like older, like I would say white bands that are like doing great, especially in the country. They could do it. They'll do music till they can't walk no more. You know, they could do it until they can't walk no more. But R&B, well, we got a few like R&B, like Frankie Beverly and Maze. Like I think he retired recently. He did like his last tour, and he was up there. I definitely think that being an R&B singer, you got a little bit longer show life on you than being a rapper. But I feel like Andre 3000 did a disservice not continuing to rap. But he did what he needed to do to make him happy. But I would have liked to see him, what else he could have did. And he's got on tracks. Hey, Nima, how are you? I think he's got on the tracks, but I like to see him just sort of do his thing, you know? Seeing him do his thing would be really cool. Hey. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Charlie Wilson's a great example of what you're talking about. Which is good. Hey, Lil Cuz, how you doing? So you can't favorite drum programs? That's crazy. Yeah, Andre's dope. Don't get it twisted. Andre's dope. But you know, everybody want to see him rap, you know? You know, they want to see him rap. Snoop Dogged it out. I think only Snoop Dogg could have Snoop Dogged it out. Mac the Knife. But we don't. Grown hip hop ain't in the forefront. Like I don't know. Like maybe in the West Coast, but in Atlanta, I don't really hear a lot of grown hip hop. It's still we still in trap in the A, but if you look at like LA. I think there's a more appreciation for it. That's what I think. Yeah. But Snoop Dogg don't really even drop music like, well, no, I can't say that. I can't say Snoop ain't dropping music. Let me rewind that just a little bit. Rewind that just a little bit. Well, you know, that's a whole cultural backwards thing that unfortunately plagues a lot of stuff in the culture. We got a lot of stuff backwards in this culture that other cultures don't have. What's up, Bean? How are you? Yeah, we got a lot of things in our culture that are backward right now. We have a lot. I ain't gonna lie to you on that one. But yeah, got to get some of that snap music. Ooh, that would be fun. Yeah. Nehemiah Jackson in the building. What's up? Mm-hmm. I think Killer Mike gets play in the A, but like, I mean, it's been kind of quiet since he got that Grammy. Probably doing other stuff. calling in some Cookup, so I hope y'all doing tonight. All right. You're tuning in to Dilio T2K YouTube channel. Charge up that Kodo, that's good. LL Cool J, Redmond, yeah. A lot of good artists you're talking about there. They actually appreciate music in the UK. Shout out to Germany. Simon, thank you for coming by to the live stream. Can't sleep? Do you have a lot of things on your mind? What's up, Antoine? Easy. I'm just falling into it. X6. I think it's a good keyboard, but I didn't like how it sounded. I didn't like how that version of Motif, I didn't like it. It's a good keyboard, I just didn't like how it sounded. What's up, Jay? Thank you for coming by to the live stream tonight. On this one, I got you. Yeah, the 61 is great, but I'm still curious about the 37. I want a 37, but don't need a 37. I want one though, but I don't need it. I like these strings though. Hey, Henry, thank you so much for that donation. Thank you for touching that donation. Thank you so much for that. This could be a worship song right here. Let me save that preset though. Let me save that preset. I like that. Let me save that. Sounds. That's that film score strings. Wedding DJ song. I like that loop, but I like delay. I don't want some. Can I save that chain? There's like a way to save that chain. Save. Okay, I'm gonna call it Delio's delay. Delio's delay. One thing I don't do is save my settings. I always like re-drag them in. Yeah. Tootsie, I got you. Female vocal indie pop vibes. I feel you. Hey, I'm just chilling. 8 Major, how are you? Mr. Boogie, thank you so much for subscribing. Let's put a little transition in there real quick. I like that one. Let's put that in there too. You want to sell it? Broadway. Get some inspiration. Why you want to sell it, Simon? You need. What's your reason? No judgment. So yeah, you're hearing like the bass line is sub factory, the piano is stage piano, and the strings is studio strings. I'm making them work because I'm tired of like diving into billion presets and stuff. your journey. Call this beat prayer. This gives me Gifts Submitted Volume 3 vibes. Hey. Surviving on a prayer. Surviving on a prayer. How you like that M7? Now the Montage is a bad boy. That's a bad keyboard. Yeah, I'm just feeling this guy so much. This is too much. What's the difference between a Key 61 and a Live 2? I think that the Key 61 doesn't have an SD card, and it has 4 more RAM than the Live 2. Live 2, I think, has 2 gigabytes of RAM, right? 2 gigabytes of RAM. This has 4. The Live 2 has speakers. I guess my question to you, Ken, is what do you want to use it for? Do you play? I gotta talk about something. So I have a very bad habit, guys, and I've tried to correct it in the past, but it's probably more important for me now than ever to correct this bad habit. Okay. This bad habit is, then get the Live 2, I think. I think that I just have a bad habit of creating an idea like this and not making it into a beat to listen to. So I'm going to save this and I'm going to turn this into a beat, because what happens is I make something like this and then I forget about it and then I can't find it and stuff happens to my files and don't play the same. I just went over the last 2-3 days like trying to find beats for my album and I'm like, where the heck are these things at? So I'm going to make this into a beat. That's all right. Whatever you don't got to know scales no more. Let's make a verse section. I'm considering getting an MPC 2000 just to experience it for myself. But I need to finish some albums first, so that's not going to happen. Yeah. Let's put that down. Song. Let's do hook, verse, hook, verse, hook, hook. That's some worship music right there. Let's convert that to a beat and I'm gonna render it. can't find the Anna one.
Delio on the
MPC 3000. You gave it away? That's crazy. You wild for that one.
Delio on the track. Delio on the track.
That's a good beat. It must have made sense at the time. It had to have made sense at the time.
Delio on the track.
It had to make sense at the time.
Delio on the track.
Let's save that. Let's save that. File, save as. Prayer. I saved that. I'm just going to start a beat CD again. File, save as. This is my 2024 beat CD. So I'm going to render this real quick. So just bear with me, y'all. I just got to render this. Because that's what I do. I make a beat like this. I groove for like 50 minutes. And don't render nothing, and all I have it is on YouTube. And I can't find it because I got a billion files. It don't make any sense. We're not doing that anymore. We changed tonight. We changed tonight. We changed tonight. It don't even have to be a full finished idea either. I think that's another thing that I trip myself on is I will seek perfection and cause myself not to really have substance at all. So we're not doing that tonight. Make sure you guys hit that like button. I see we got 35 viewers in here. I really appreciate it if you could just drop a little bit of love up in there on the like button. It doesn't cost you a thing. Doesn't cost you a thing. 2024 beat CD. We just gotta do it like that. Just put it in the beat. Just put it in the band. You never know what happens. Just put it in the beat CD file. I think Ableton Push 3 standalone is great, and I'm curious about what upgrades will come with that. I was very impressed by the hardware. Ableton Push 2 was a very impressive piece of hardware in my opinion. I really liked how it looked and felt, and I think it'll serve, I think it'll serve people who use that big time. Save program. I've made so many programs that are spread all over the place. It's not even funny. It's not even funny, y'all. Wow, that's a bit impressive font you got there. Yeah. Let's cook up another one. I hope y'all doing all right. Type 1 if you're doing okay. sound too, but I'm not gonna use that one. Why not? I can't hate on that one. 5, 6, 7, and yeah. Oh wow, wow, wow. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I'm probably not going to use this one, so it probably will be on the market. I'm just cooking as an exercise. Oh, I forgot. I'm going to put that doggone soft clipper on this too. Go. Yeah, yeah. What key is this in?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Baby. Yeah, yeah. Talking on the telephone. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Where you at your push and push? Yeah, 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 yeah. Alright, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah, hey, hey, yeah, yeah, hey. Oh yeah, hey, yeah. Looking on the telephone, yeah. Hey, hey, hey. Pick up the telephone, yeah. I can't find my
channel, so I can't sample this. Where's my channel at? Yeah. 1, 2, check. 1, 2. Hold on, y'all. This is crazy. 1, 2, check. 1, 2. Come on. Oh, I don't want you there. Oh, no, we don't want that. Come on now, where's my input at? I just need my input working. 'Cause I know it's working. I know. Talking about oh, I'm on the wrong thing on driver. Hold up a minute, y'all. Let's see if this works, y'all. Come on. Can we? Yeah. 1, 2, check. 'Cause I know this works 'cause it worked before. And I know it worked before, and it don't want to work again for me. It don't want to work for me, that's messed up. I believed in you. Hey. I gotta save this, 'cause this thing ain't working. Yeah. Oh, no wonder. Why aren't you guys active over here? That's crazy. Yeah. Oh. Can I get a little input or something that'll work for me? Work for you. Work for me. Work for me. Hey. Sometimes you gotta stop and make sure that your inputs are working. Yeah. Can I get up to 64 samples? Thank you very much. Yeah. Well, okay, we don't want that. Okay, check. Yeah. I don't want that. Come on. Okay. That's messed up. I'm not gonna fight it.
Yeah. 1, 2, check. Input 1. Yeah. 5, 6, 7, 8. Check. But this don't want to work. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I can work with that.
Yeah.
I went flat. Dang. I went real flat.
Oh, wait a minute. Is this printing the tape? No, it's not. Yeah. I needed to print it to tape.
So the tricky part about this loop is that it has a lot of energy down here. So I got to filter some of that out. This is a little R&B. I had to put that bass line in there. And let's put that extra one on a program. What's that buzzing? Is that you buzzing? I guess so if you're cranked up that high. Let's see, menu. Let's take that loop and
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah.
hey, come on. I like that. I like it. Come on, automation. Automation. There's like a way to clear it out like really easily. Come on, where's that automation at? I remember there being like a automation. There's like a automation clearer there. Well, I can do it this way, so okay. And How's it sound on you guys' end? Does it sound okay? We're gonna put some of that soft clipper on it. Hey. Okay, it's cracking now. We got the soft clipper installed. 1, 2, 3, and hey, little R&B music. I'm gonna chop that. That's crazy. I'm switching microphones. This is so crazy. I'm just doing some stuff I've never done before. Export. Keep it. So it's not an effect. That's the actual microphone. It's not an effect. The microphone actually sounds like that. Hey. it up, cook it up, cook it up. Cook it up, cook it up, cook it up, cook it up. Cook it up, cook it up, cook it up. Cooking them beats up one time. Cook it up, cook it up, cook it one time. Yeah, 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 yeah. Cook it up one time. MJ, what's up? So it's the phone has a different proprietary frequency response than this microphone. Some got on it about that right there. That's that. You know, that's just So I'm adding sounds to my favorites right now. Yeah. save it. Save it. Save it. Gotta save it, y'all. Gotta save it. We're running up against time. I want to appreciate everybody hanging out with me. Hard drive. Boy, I think my main drive is just like on the rocks, man. This thing be kind of not moving like how I want it to. And what I'm going to do is make sure I render this. You have a concept? Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Let me just render this. Hook. Code breakdown, yeah. All right, that's a hook right there. Let's do a verse section. Just let the loop do the work at this part. Let's do a breakdown. I like a breakdown. Do it a breakdown. Okay, so let's see. Take me to the hook, verse, hook, breakdown, hook it out, and hook it out. Let's turn that to a sequence, and let's export that. Export. That's what I'm doing. I'm not going to leave anything on the table anymore with these tracks. I'm going to render them into tracks, and just use a beat CD as a motivation to render these tracks into full-length tracks and not just let them sit on the drive. That was one of the good things about selling beats online, was that it made me render tracks, but that's another thing. So I thank everybody for watching. Thank you so much for your support. We're going to wrap this thing up. I want to thank y'all. I got to get ready for the morning. So I appreciate all of you. Please be safe. Stay blessed. All that good stuff. And I'll be seeing you on the flip side. All right. We gone. Peace out.